Good morning, everybody. I hope this reaches you guys. And if you can't see me too well, hopefully you can hear me. I know the weather is not the greatest, so a lot of my live streams, the picture appears to be pixelated. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started on this one. I want to say good morning to you all first and foremost. Peace be upon you all, and hopefully, depending on what time zone you're in, hopefully your morning is starting off right and in the right direction, and you're on that cloud instead of sinking. As far as bad thoughts, get on that cloud to start off with these good thoughts, like the whole Peter Pan concept and all that. But the purpose of this video this morning is basically to say what's destined for you is for you, and it will come regardless. Effort is another thing, and this saying is more so comes from one of the companions of the Prophet, Omar ibn al-Khattab, and this was documented as him saying, basically, what is destined for you will come to pass, even if it's under two mountains. To say that, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's under two mountains, it will come to you. It will come about. As long as you have faith in that and you're working towards it. What's up, Char Willie? Wavy Kid, what's happening? I'll address that here shortly, what you're saying. Whatever it is, some things in life, it seems so far off and unachievable and unattainable, whether the position in life, but what is there, what it is that you dream of, what is, decreed, that comes down for you, regardless, nobody can stop it. That's why you hear a lot of people say, what's for you is for you. No man can stop it. But we take it a little further. For Omar ibn al-Khattab also said, even though what's destined for you, even if it's under two mountains, it will come to you. What isn't destined for you, even if it's on your tongue, even if it's between both of your lips, between your teeth, you'll never have it. And that's just the way destiny is, and fate and decree. And this is one whole thing. What's up, Markeisha? This is one whole circle based upon how you live in your life and what you're putting forth as well. This all plays into action. So regardless of the grand scheme of things, don't get discouraged. That's why I say we must always work to stay on this cloud. This cloud of positivity, of positive thoughts, and not succumbing to these negative thoughts and these things that are pulling you down. Whenever you feel that way, just, like I said, the whole Peter Pan concept, generate that positive thought, that dream, that action, that smile. Even just like I keep talking about, smiling is so important, but the smile in itself just changes your mood. If you notice, even if you're feeling like that, just start smiling, and your mood will change eventually. And just stay with that positive thought, and know that eventually, it's going to be what it is. That doesn't say don't put any work forth and don't continue to have effort, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. From a universal perspective, from the God perspective, from the Almighty perspective, this is what it's about. It is about the effort that you put forth and the belief in that. I constantly say this life isn't meant to be a caravan of despair for you to go about, wallowing in sadness and despair, and basically to be in pain. You must constantly remind yourself, that there is better. There always will be better. There always will be better. And if you have woken up and you're awake today, obviously you're watching this, then there is purpose left for you. Obviously, because you wouldn't be awake. Your life would be taken. It's so easy for your life to be taken, but you're still here and you're watching this YouTube video, And after this should tell you to do something positive. If you're wallowing in your own, in your own depression and all of these other things, do something, you know, don't live an idle life even for today. Write something down. Write 3 things that you want to accomplish today, just today in itself. Write those down and make sure you have them done by the time you go to sleep tonight. What's up, Carlos? Make sure you have those things done. Ensure they don't have to be big accomplishments like you're going to do every single thing in the world. Just start off with something simple. Those 3 things that you have been putting off, and just do them. Even if you have to stay up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. 3 small things to do. And you'd be amazed about what you can accomplish for something that you just been putting off. Write it on your hand, post it up on the door, just have that constant reminder. But understand that these things that we want in life, it's not that they are so far away. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It may be tomorrow, but like I always say, it's coming. And I need to put that on a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? I say it so much, but it's coming. And you have to believe that it's coming. You know what I mean? It's definitely coming. And if somebody's telling you otherwise, they're not living your life. But you have to reassure yourself that it's coming. And some things aren't coming. Hence back to what Omar ibn al-Khattab said. If it's under 2 mountains, even if it's under something that you can't even touch, that you perceive it as being under 2 mountains, it's unattainable. You can't reach it. It is, if it's destined for you, you will, uncover it. And because under a mountain is so far away when you look in the grand scheme of things of what he's saying. Just like something on the tip of your tongue is so close, or in between your 2 teeth, you would think you'd be able to grasp it, but you can't, just because it's that close. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Wake the hell up. Carlos John, I already said what's up. JJ, what's happening? Wait with expectation. More so, you take it farther with expectation. You think about it with certainty. With expectation. You know what I mean? So, that's basically what I want. I'm sorry, I'm a little later than I normally do this. I haven't been doing these, but I'm just like every other human being. I'm susceptible to having to remind myself of these things first. And like I said, whenever I do these videos, I have to this serves as a reminder to myself first, as well as to everyone else. And that's the way the prophet used to speak, as a reminder to himself first, then to everyone else. Because motivating yourself is something, people have false motivation, and you would think some people, but it's sometimes everybody is not waking up, and feeling their best. And that's why this constant reminder and this repetition, getting in that. And I know I'm not setting a good example because I'm not doing these every morning. But like I said, I'm imperfect. So I apologize to everyone who has been looking forward to these videos and so on and so forth. Or, I had someone on my live stream say last night asking me why did I stop doing them. But I'll try my best. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely faith without works is dead. What it is that you put forth in anything to accomplish it. Always say in the grand scheme of things, God doesn't care about accomplishments. He cares about effort. And that's what you all must remind yourself, as far as, even if you think you're doing something wrong, even if you feel you're not praying enough, even if you feel that you haven't done enough for someone else, or you missed a prayer, or you didn't go to church, or things like that. It's about the effort. If you didn't get certain GPA, or you didn't do this for your children, or you can't get your children this car, you can't get them this pair of sneakers, At least you're trying. And that's what I always try to tell people. As long as you are putting in the effort, as long as you're trying, and this is what I always say, I always try. At least as long as I'm trying, at least I know, especially with my children, that I don't want to say doing my best, because I always look at myself as I can always do better. But as long as I am trying, to raise them in the right way, as long as I'm trying to do these videos, as long as I'm trying to put out content, as long as I'm trying to motivate, I guess the accomplishment at the end of the day doesn't matter, because ultimately the goal, God sees that I'm trying. I'm making that attempt, How many times I'm praying today? How often am I remembering God throughout the day? You know, regardless of how much I sin, and I always tell people I'm a professional sinner. I'm not a holy roller or anything like that, but I am obviously imperfect in it. For any of y'all who've seen my videos in my house, I have that written on my wall as I walk down my stairs every day, to serve myself as a reminder that basically, which also serves as a appreciate it, wake the hell up, serves as a reminder that for it's a cure for depression. And basically, once again, what I just said, as far as what's destined for you will be. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, as long as you're making the effort. That reminder I have on the wall, which basically says, I'm saying to God in that prayer, supplication, that I'm saying to God that I am his slave, I am his servant, and my parents were the same way. Telling God, or saying in this, that he is perfect and I am imperfect. You know what I mean? His decree is just and it will be executed. Regardless, my forelock is in his hands, which, what your forelock is right here. Anyone that has hair, whatever you want to call it. And when someone grabs you by your forelock, they're in control of you. You grab a child by their forelock. You see bigger people that grab smaller people in movies and stuff. They grab them by their forelock and they hold them like this. They're in control of them. And this is in the same case of God. My forelock is in his hands. So he's guiding me. You know what I'm saying? He's perfect and I am imperfect. His decree is just, regardless, because God is not unjust. You know what I mean? His decree is just and will be executed. Regardless of what it is, whatever is being done for the ultimate good for me at the end of the day. So basically, have mercy on me, and all of those who believe in God in the last day. So that's what I have on my wall right before I walk out the door, and I read it, or try to read it every day, and serve it as a reminder to say it to myself as I enter the world, as I leave my house every day. So this is what we all must remember, which is one of the hardest pills to swallow, is that the destiny and the course of your life, and the effect that you have on the course of your life, which I always say is prayer and supplication, which changes the decree. But whatever, just coming to terms with understanding the decree is some of the hardest things, even for any believer, is accepting it. But that's just a part of being a believer and believing in things like that. So, you know what I mean? But I wanted to keep this real short. Like I said, we don't want to talk too long on this one. I normally keep them at like 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, to be straight like an arrow, shooting quick, snap like that, instead of you guys tuning in just something real quick. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. All my links are in the description for social media. You know what I mean? Go ahead and add me on Facebook and Instagram. Check me out on my Teespring store, Amazon. Check out my books. If you got any emails, you got any topics you'd like me to discuss, feel free to email me. Like I said last night, I'm going to be launching the Patreon page next week, which obviously anybody, if you want to do one-on-ones, personal advice, all of that good stuff, I'm there for you to help you out with whatever insight that I may perceive to have. You know what I mean? Yeah, appreciate it. Wake the hell up. It was cool down there. So, you know, if you guys, if that's something you guys are interested in, make sure you guys sign up. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll be doing one-on-one sessions and all that stuff like that. So check that out. But before I go, I said I was going to answer this one guy. He said something, Wavy Kid. I don't know if he's still on here. He said, I live in London and can't find a job for 2 months. I have had 2 years of isolation and I only have 2 friends. Okay. If you live in London and you can't find a job, all I can say to you is keep praying. And what are you putting forth? Are you filling out applications or whatever like that? You can't just sit back if that's what you're waiting for. Your day should be spent trying to find a job. You should work 8 hours trying to find a job, just like you're working on a job. I've had 2 years of isolation and I only have 2 friends. Well, that may be all you need. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a friend is overrated, especially if they're not helping you to get a job. And if you're hanging out with people who don't have jobs, or you have friends that don't have jobs, maybe you don't have the right kind of friends. So, with that being said, I don't know how it works in London. So, but that's just my 2 cents on that, man. Peace be upon you, and hopefully you find a job soon. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, peace be upon you all, and hopefully you guys have an incredible day. So, I'm out of here. All right. Peace.